Hey Cynthia, your question was, what are your favorite free apps when teaching English language arts and why? So I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I'm slowly but surely learning more of how to integrate technology, blend technology in the English language arts classroom, but that doesn't mean I don't know anything. Um, I find that, of course, the science and social studies tends to lend itself a little bit more easier. So my challenge or goal this year is to integrate a lot more in the major content areas, math and English language arts, because of course those are tested areas. And I want to prove to those teachers in those content areas that you can do a lot of technology integration in those particular content areas. So as I've talked about in some of my other videos, things like Padlet work very good for journal writing, blogging is good for journal writing, but I want to pinpoint some other things that I found that were really awesome. Um, Inkwriter Writer is really good. We got to get our kids to write, correct? One of the biggest things that is important for the kids that we are teaching now is they need to have a need to feel published. There's no more, let me give you an assignment or a big project. I'm going to grade it. It's going to stay on my desk and that's it. They have to have this need to feel published. Think about it. They're on social media, they're texting, they're on Kik, they're on Snapchat. They got to have the world see them. So why not hone that into something that's creative and good for us in education? So anyhow, Inkwriter Writer is really good, and basically what that does is it's almost like a how do you say it? Like an interactive story. So you start typing your story and then you kind of choose what's going to happen next. So you're interacting with it and you build and you build and you build. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can get groups to collaborate on your one story. And once it's done, you can publish that for other people to see. So that's really good. Storybird. Storybird is really good. A lot of teachers use this. I love it. This is another way to get kids to publish their work. It's just you can sign up for free, and basically, you type in your story, you use their pictures to create a book, and you publish it as well. So that's really good too. Also, I am a big fan of creating a lot of movies and creating a lot of just little short little skits with live pictures using Google Slide or PowerPoint and creating stories behind that. So that's the easiest thing is to get basically, if I could pull it up real quick, this is just a basic PowerPoint, even though this is not something that kids would do a lot of because this is a presentation that I'm doing. But think about it. The simplest thing to do is do a PowerPoint with your own images and creating a story behind that. But Storybird is really good as well. Going to apps, the actual apps, and let me say something first and foremost. Our campus, my campus, our district leans more towards using Chromebooks and Google Apps for Education, obviously. So we do a lot of Chromebook stuff. So I don't push a lot of app stuff. I'm learning, but we're more geared to Google Apps for Education tools, which leads to Web 2.0 tools. But I want to show Duolingo. I like this because, of course, if you don't know what it is, it's a chance to practice another language on your own, and it's self-paced, and you get bonuses, and you level up and do all that kind of stuff, which kids and adults like to do. They like to gain points, and they like to get higher and higher. So you can do this on the computer, or you can do this on your smartphone. It's Android and iPhone compatible. So let's say I start French. I'm going to start off with the basics. I'm going to start with lesson 1, begin. And you just start from the very beginning. Select a translation for woman. Obviously, it's going to be this first one, so you select it.
La femme.
And it tells you the word in, obviously in French, la femme. You can do Spanish. I believe you can do German. You can do some other languages as well. So you can check it. And you got it right. Good job. Let me do one more. Select a translation for girl. Obviously, you're looking at the pictures. Well, yeah, there's a girl here, but there's a group. So this is the only girl that I see. You can tell because the hair is in kind of like a little bun, and rainbow jacket, a typical what a girl would wear. So I'm going to select that.
La fille.
La fille. Let's see if I got it right. Awesome. I got it right. Awesome job. So that's another one. Duolingo. I think this is good for when your students have, quote, a downtime and you still want them to be productive. Why not get them to learn another language? Maybe that can translate into another project. Maybe you're studying a specific author in class. Maybe it's like a German author and you want the kids to learn some German words. Have them create something like that you can integrate that into the classroom. Wordle. Wordle is very good. If you don't know what Wordle is, you can collect a whole bunch of words together and you can create your own word cloud. Think of all the vocabulary that you guys are using in the ELA classroom. You can use those words to create a cloud. Okay, there's other ones like Tuxedo and other sites where you can actually form an actual picture, and you can hover your mouse or cursor over the words and the words will pop up. I've seen that. So that's Wordle. I've been really into this tool. It's called PictoChart. And again, I'm big into just one or two words and images. PictoChart makes a lot of infographics. And as you know, we got to have a print-rich classroom. No matter if you're in ELA, science, social studies, math, our rooms need to look print-rich. And if you notice in our rooms, it's a lot of shapes, a lot of pyramids, one word here, two words there, not a lot of words everywhere. PictoChart can do the same thing. You can do a lot of words, images. You can create your videos. You can see I did the plug for the QA session that I'm doing this week. But they can create their own infographic chart with words and images that's provided for them, and it's connected to their Google account if you're a Google Apps for Education district. So, last but not least, I stumbled on this a couple years ago, and it is called Rewordify. Let me tell you about Rewordify. What it does is you can take any text and it will bring it down to a child's level. And I'm going to show you. Let's go to CNN. I don't know why I choose CNN. I just love that. Let's click on Jordan, I Can't Stay Silent. Okay, so this is his article. So what I'm going to basically do is I'm going to highlight this whole entire article, or maybe at least some of it. Okay, we'll go up to the well part. I'm going to copy that article. As you see, let's look at it. So says Michael Jordan wisely considered the best NBA player of all time, so on and so forth. I'm going to put it in Rewordify. I'm going to paste that. Okay. Then I'm going to click Rewordify text. So now, as you can see, it has broken some words down. So it says Michael Jordan widely thought out, believed. You see where my arrow has turned to a question mark? Thought out, believed. That's a word for just considered. Famous person, celebrity. So see how it can break it down. And then, as you can see, it's timing how long you're going to read it. There are 11 hard words. How many do you want to learn? 3, 7, 10, so on and so forth. Also, you can click on classic literature. This is really cool. And say you want to read Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. You click on Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. We're going to click on Chapter 3. And that text for Chapter 3 is rewordified for whatever level you need. Now, you have to go in, obviously, and play around with it some more. I'm going really fast and talking about it. But what this does is a child can read Huckleberry Finn or whatever classic literature that is in the Rewordify. They can read it alongside another student who's reading the same book at a different level. This also provides them some learning activities and practice speeds, word definitions, quizzes. So take a look at that. It's really, really awesome. So I'm going to put these links in for you. Again, that is Inklewriter, that is Storyboard, Rewordify, Duolingo, Wordle, and PictoChart So if you have any suggestions, please feel free to share it with this Q&A session. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys soon.